So beyond their southern border, there's an evil villain that this evil queen conjures up and tells the people about. And she makes the farmers into soldiers. Then she steals all the land's resources and hoards them to herself. Now, I'm inclined to believe that the queen making up a villain to the south of their southern border was sort of a little nod to Donald Trump. So I guess Gal Gadot is partially Donald Trump in this film. And of course, as I said, she takes all the resources and hoards them for herself, and she doesn't share, and she isn't kind, and she doesn't care about fairness, which ironically is what communism has always been in practice, okay? So Gal Gadot is doing communism as it is in reality, and Snow White has these utopian communist sensibilities that if she could only get in power and do it right, she will do it right, and she will share all the resources evenly, and we will have equity. Love that word. Okay, it's gonna pop up again as well. Let me go back to my notes here. So, we are wondering, where's the love interest? Okay, Rachel Zegler says the Prince Charming in the 1937 film is a stalker. He's just a prince that sees Snow White, hears her singing, becomes obsessed with her, and he's like, where's this girl who has this beautiful voice? And I can't find her. And he stalks her and stalks her and stalks her. And then they have this non-consensual kiss that, of course, wakes Snow White out of her coma in the 1937 version. No prince in 2025. Instead, Snow White is one day, I guess, in the kitchen of their castle, and she sees a man. This, handsome young white man who's stealing potatoes from the kitchen. And this man is a bandit. He's a bandit revolutionary who is stealing potatoes because he feels he has owed them because the evil queen is hoarding all the resources. Okay, somewhat reasonable. And Snow White's like, yo, why are you stealing? Do you think that's a good thing to do? And he's like, yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. Times are tough. This is my way of sticking it to the evil queen. And Snow White's like, okay, word, kind of. I kind of understand that. And then he gets arrested, okay? He's arrested by the evil queen. The evil queen is like, take off his clothes and take off his shoes and go tie him to the outside of this castle where he is just going to freeze away in the storm. And Snow White says, no. I love this revolutionary. No, she doesn't love him at this moment because a feminist could never love a man so quickly. She goes and she releases this man from his arrest and tells him to go, and go he does. And later on in the film, the magic mirror is asked yet again by the evil queen, who's the fairest of them all? And the magic mirror goes, not you, girl. It's actually Snow White. So the evil queen is like, I gotta get this girl. I'm gonna put a hit out on Snow White. I tell a huntsman to go find Snow White as she's out there picking apples, and I need him to kill her. The huntsman's like, you sure? And she says, I'm sure. He says, word. He goes out to go kill Snow White, and then he just can't bring himself to do it. He knows Snow White's a good person. He doesn't really love this evil queen. So he tells Snow White, run into the woods. You have to get out of here.
Oh, and the huntsman is black too.
She put a hit out on you and she's gonna kill you. And he also goes, by the way, she lied about your father. What? She lied about my father. I'm running into the woods. She runs into the woods. And, as it happens in Snow White fashion, she finds the home of the 7 dwarves. She decides to take a little nap. She is woken up by the 7 dwarves, which in this movie are now 7 CGI dwarves. And when I tell you, the animation in this film is like the same animation they must have used for Polar Express. That's what they look like. So we go through this whole CGI moment where I imagine Rachel Zegler is just acting with, tennis balls on sticks that represent the 7 dwarves, and it really does feel like that. And she teaches the 7 dwarves to clean their house and keep everything tidy, and then she realizes, you know what, that huntsman told me something is going on with my father. She lied about my father. Maybe my father's out there. I know that there's bandit revolutionaries that live in the woods. I'm gonna go find those bandits. And she goes out into the woods, and she meets her love interest once again. And of course, her Prince Charming, as I said, is not a prince. He's just this revolutionary. And you know how they fall in love and how they start to spark up a little bit of charming chemistry? He belittles her, demeans her, and reminds her that she has a ton of privilege by singing a song to her about her princess problems. So he essentially says, you don't know what the real world is like. You've been living in a castle. You've had this cute, privileged life. I know what the real world's like as a revolutionary who's working to battle this evil queen. And so I said, ooh, okay. I love that. I love when a man belittles me. Okay. So then The evil queen realizes Snow White's still alive. She sends out a little mini army to go kill Snow White once again, and the army stumbles upon her with these bandit revolutionaries, and her love interest says, run. There's nothing you can do here. I'm gonna fight this fight. You need to go, and you need to hide. And of course, Snow White is a feminist girl boss who does not listen, and the revolutionary bandits find themselves in a state of not being able to defend themselves. And Snow White runs in on a horse that she's managed to get on top of and ride, and she saves all of these revolutionaries. So when Rachel Zegler says the prince is not going to save her, she's going to save herself, there's an instance where we get that. But no, it does switch for just a moment. There was one lone soldier left behind who was just about to shoot Snow White with an arrow when her revolutionary love interest flings himself in front of her and takes the arrow. And he recovers in like 0.2 seconds in this film.
The what? Well, but the movie needs to happen. Yeah, it don't. No, it will. I have faith. It will be for the greater good. Like, no more wokeism.
It's actually absolutely remarkable because the seven dwarfs, and particularly the dwarf Doc, ends up saving him and taking the arrow out. Now, his name is Jonathan, by the way, this revolutionary. Jonathan and Snow White end up singing this love poppy ballad. And this is where we get our question answered about what happens with the non-consensual kiss that takes place in the 1937 version of this film. We get the lyric, "Promise to wake me with a kiss," and they both sing it to each other. So this is consent. Now he can kiss her at the end of the film and wake
out of the blue, out of the nowhere, because it's perfectly normal that you will go out of your way and sing and ask someone.
Funny?
Hey,
Women
Chris.
don't want you. Like the last thing a woman wants is be like, "Can I kiss you?"
Yes, thank you.
That's like the last thing they want. They like, and it really sucks for guys. It's like, should I try to kiss her, or is she gonna hit me with sexual harassment?
And well, you read the
It's
room.
almost like a lose-lose for a guy. Yeah, but that's the problem. Is a lot of them read the room. Most women here in America, they say no, but they say yes. They'll say.
I will say, I will give you that's a generalization of our hormonal system.
It's like, are you hungry? You want something to eat? No, I'm not hungry. Okay. Hello?
I will eat your food.
You're supposed to be bugging me. I'm actually hungry. Push a little bit. What?
Yes. Yes, that's it. Show interest. That's actually show interest or read the room or feel the chemistry.
Or I just take you on your word because I trust you to tell me the truth about what you want.
Oh, but I mean, you can work it up just
So
a
what you're
little bit more.
saying is that women are not trustworthy. You shouldn't take them for their word. You should question everything.
No, we have layers.
Oh my god, fuck that shit.
And
women,
men.
and not that women give a shit about what guys want, but guys hate that.
Well, but it's not
We
to
don't
please.
want a woman with layers.
But you get them every time because it's how it is. And the same way, men are like more practical. Well, that's kind of the baseline difference.
That is such a bad comparison.
Yeah, no, it's not because I get it. It's a slightly more impractical.
Tell you what he wants. If you ask him a question, he'll tell you straight up. He won't play these little
That's
pity-pack
practical.
games. Yeah,
That's
he
being
won't play these
practical.
little pity-pack style games.
But
And
it's
then
not
sit there and get
necessarily
mad at the guy
childish.
because he believes you. That's some petty-ass childish bullshit.
Not necessarily. Like, let's put it in this context. If
If I ask you a question and you tell me, I'm just gonna take it. I'm not gonna push at it. So I'll tell you that now.
But I think like I will like, for example, if you know me, you have done this with me several times. Like in some case that I'm not sure or I like keep quiet and you tell me, okay, that means no. And that's fine. That's how we like, or at least I like, to be read to because I feel like you know me. So if I'm telling you, if you're telling me, yeah, are you hungry? And I like, mm, not sure. That's a question and that's valid. And you probably will, yeah, you will be hungry in a minute. So get food. Or if you buy the food that I like, of course I will like that. Or I didn't know you are going to get your period, like you used to did.
We got this.
That's sweet because shows that you care.
No surprise
That's all.
today.
And in return, obviously, I won't be trying to like give you an attitude, or I won't be like making you fish for sweet.
Her up, because remember that time that we sang about promising each other that we would wake each other with a kiss if ever the time or opportunity came for such a thing to happen? So anyways, they sing this song. Of course, the evil queen turns herself into an old woman and tricks Snow White into white.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Oh, you should have told me.
A tempered monster. Look at the size of the scar. Take it easy. Oh, we don't want it waking up.
Wake it? No way. Can we actually wake this thing up? Like, bunka bunka. Wait, come on, man, go around.
I've set a trap.
Why? I just set a trap. We already killed. We already. No. What the hell? Up here? Up here. Oh. Donka 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 donka. Good, why not? Just out there and sleep. Sleepy time, get a treat.
This thing's a trove of new data.
Yeah, one person using para, another person using sleep. That's really good. Technically, I got more rocks than you do. $199. What? they did really do a very good job with all the small details. Like the medical cat, like when you faint, there's a cat that comes and takes you back to the nearest camp and drops you off. And then the cat, after he drops you off, he runs all the way back to the base. Normally you would think he would just despawn and then respawn at base, but he doesn't. They actually followed him, and he watched his bouncing ass go all the way back to the base, all the way across the map. It was cute. I was like, wow.
That's nice. Yeah, it has a lot of detail. That game that has a lot of deep detail.
Hello.
What's up?
You still recording?